Retention Revolution, the Transformative Role of Learning and Development in Employee Loyalty by Ms. Mansi Gandhi, Head Learning and Development and Talent Management at National Stock Exchange of India Limited. Can we have a big round of applause for Ms. Mansi? Mansi Gandhi is a seasoned HR professional with over 15 years of experience specializing in talent and organizational development. Currently leading the learning and development and talent management function at National Stock Exchange of India Limited. She has successfully driven large-scale capability building initiatives impacting over 2,000 plus employees. Mansi has been instrumental in shaping high-impact learning strategies, mentoring emerging leaders, and fostering a culture of continuous development. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Can I please have my presentation? Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing? I know I am the one standing between the lunch, and I apologize for that. Only a little bit, because the sessions got extended. That was not my part. That was not my fault. But I'll ensure I'll finish the... yes, thank you. 1 second. I'll try to wind up in 10 minutes, although I had 20 minutes initially. But Divya told me, no, you have to finish in 10 minutes so that you guys don't starve and I also don't starve and can enjoy the meal together. So I'll directly move on. We'll talk about the talent retention strategies that has worked for us in NSC. And before moving there, I know talent retention has been one of the biggest challenge which all of us or most of the organizations are facing these days. The traditional methodologies of compensation, perks, and benefits are not enough these days, especially for Gen Zs. I'm sure you'll agree to that. I don't know how many Gen Zs are sitting here, but definitely that's not enough for most of us sitting here. And to ensure that we have try to bring in some of the innovative solutions in the learning and development, which can help us retain the talent within the organization. But before moving to that, I would like to showcase some of the trends, the data, the facts, again taken from various LinkedIn Learning Report, Workplace Reports, IBM Report, which will help you understand what is the role of L&D that plays in the talent retention. So like 88% of the organizations are concerned about employee retention and providing learning opportunities is the #1 retention strategy for them. Can you believe that? #1 retention strategy. 47% of the companies are investing in career mentoring and coaching to boost the employee retention. And when we say coaching, it is across the level, including the executive coaching as well. 58% more employees are retained by the companies that offer the upskilling opportunities. 47% retention can be increased by personalizing the learning journeys, by creating the IDPs. 8 out of 10 people say learning add purpose to their work, and 7 out of 10 say people say learning improves their sense of connection in the organization. While I'll present the next data, you will be able to connect why I'm showing all this data. 90% of the employees say that they won't quit if they get the development opportunities within the organization. And we have seen that the organizations with the internal mobility have 2x longer stay for the employees. Now we have strategically placed learning and development in the EVP of our organization. We follow IEVP, which is Integrated Employee Value Proposition Framework designed by the Harvard. And of course, this framework not only talks about learning and development, but the other functions of HR also. But since this is an L&D conference, we'll talk only about the L&D interventions. So this framework helps organizations design the EVP in a holistic way. And it is based out of 4 elements: material offerings, growth and development, connection and community, meaning and purpose, which are designed on the vertical side, individual and collective, horizontal, short-term, long-term, and the components on the top are tangible and the one below are non-tangible. I know the tangible are the easy one for us to manage. Where we struggle more are the non-tangible ones. And I'll allow you to quickly read through. I'll not take much of the time because the timer is running simultaneously. So I'll directly move on to the interventions that we took in the L&D against these each element. So if I talk about material offerings, we have a program called Education Assistance Program. where we say that any employee in the organization, from the day he or she joins, from the very first day, is eligible to complete any certification in the organization, of course, from the list which we have shared with them, which is relevant for our roles and based on the business requirement. And they can pursue any degree, higher studies. If at all they couldn't do the MTech or any other degree in the past, and they want to pursue it now, they can go ahead and do it. And this comes with a lock-in period. So since an organization is investing in the employees, it also helps us retain them till that lock-in period which is being there. Since it's a reimbursement program, so it can be only done once you complete it. It's not that the company is paying in advance and we are not sure whether we'll get output of it or not. Second is learning rewards and recognition. So who doesn't like recognition? Everybody look forward for the recognition, be it the learning recognition. So we usually try to have a forum and quarterly celebration where we invite our learners who have spent maximum learning hours on our platform and try to reward them, recognize them for the maximum learning hours. We do not stop here. We also reward our mentors and the internal trainers who have helped us design the content or who have helped us deliver this session. I know some of this might be very common and you might be already doing it, but this is what something has worked for us in NSE. And I'm sure knowing the nature of NSE, that how much confidential data we deal into and how much restriction we have, there are a lot of interventions which even we want to do, we can't do it. Right? Tie the learning achievement with benefit. So why not offer the employees who complete any certification or program, give them some tangible benefit, maybe like promotion or compensation benefit or intern mobility, why not? For us, NSE, half of the population, half of our employees are regulatory employees. That means the one who manage the surveillance, who check the trading is happening properly or not. Are there any alerts? Is it running as per the schedule? Everything is running fine or not. And we hire usually chartered accountants, LLBs, LLMs for that. And many capital market related or financial security market related modules and the certifications are kept mandatory for them to move to the next level. So if let's say I'm at level X and I want to move to X+1, it is mandatory for them to these certifications, then only they can do it. This is what we are doing with NSE. If I talk about growth and development, I think there's a lot which can be covered here. I have mentioned just few of them, which are the key ones and something which we have done in last 1 year only. So designing the personalized career path. Please don't mind I have a sore throat if I'm hongling in between. So personalized career path, 2 ways to do it. One, LXP. Pick up a LXP for yourself. There are a lot of available options. I'm sure there must be a vendor outside also, if not already. Pick up any LXP, design your content, and map the roles and the competencies for each and every employee based on that LXP. Map the content later on based on those competencies for the role, and do the assessments, identify the gaps, design the learning journeys, and basis the gap, of course, based on the expected proficiency level, based on the gaps, give them the learning journeys to do it. For now, we have integrated with 2 of the MOOC platforms with us. I'm proudly can say that we have 100% adoption with one of the MOOC platform which we have adopted in the organization. And whatever learning program which has been either assigned by us to employees or whatever they have self-enrolled into, we have achieved 99.8% completion there. So I think we are doing pretty well there. That is working for us. Feel free to try in your organization as well. Work integrated learning program, that's an initiative we have taken last year for our high potential employees, where we have tied up with tier 1 premier institutes, and we help employees groom their skills and help them have the higher education, MTech, MBA, or long-term certifications and diploma. Now, what is the distinguishing factor between WILP and the EAP, Employee Education Program, which I talked about in the previous slide? There, we are not restricting with the institutes. We are saying, pick up the institute you want to pick up, complete it, and then come to us. Here, we are saying, I know you are the top talent. I'll pay on your behalf. I'll ensure you do it from the top college. There's no restriction with respect to the amount or the limit. And I'm telling you, Here are the programs. You can enroll into anyone. Do it. I am there to support you wherever required. And of course, this also comes with a lock-in. So we are very stringent about that. Wherever organization is investing, lock-in period has to be there. Leadership and managerial programs. So this has been one of our KPI for financial year 24-25, that we have to ensure that we design minimum one learning intervention across the level, not only leadership, but across the level, starting from a fresher till the CXO's level. And we have been successful in doing that. We have designed programs internally also based on the requirements. We have nominated our employees outside also in the open programs where they have won the prizes also, then recognized them internally also. We have ensured one intervention based on diversity specifically only for the women cohort also, women leadership team also. So I think I have covered that KPI, I can proudly say at my end. I'm checking timer also in between. Sorry if I'm running a little fast. Coming to the connection and community, mentoring program. So I'm sure most of you have this question, why not mention the mentoring program in the growth and development? Why under the connection and community? So the difference between the other mentorship program and our mentoring program is, which we call it as a Sarthi, that we have designed it exclusively, only and only for the new hires. We are not allowing any veteran or the employees who have been into the system for more than 1 year to enroll into this program. And this program is only to upbring the new joinees with the culture, the nature of the business they deal into day to day. The first 60 days, I believe, and I'm sure most of you will agree with that, are the days when a new joinee decide whether he or she will stay with the organization for 1 year or for the 3 years or maybe for the 5 years. So it is very important that we make them understand what is the culture of all the organization. We make them answer the questions they have, like, have I joined the right organization? Am I going to get the right role or the role for which I was hired? Many times it happens, the role for which you were hired, and when you end up in the job, it is something else. So this is a 2-month program which we have designed only for the new hires. And for now, till date, we have observed that 47% of the people who have undergone through the mentorship program have stayed with us for the 3 years tenure. Social learning, I'm sure many of you must be using it. Is it like blogging? So we have a platform on our HRMS where we have clubs, technology clubs, coding clubs, where we run the hackathons, Excel clubs. So if day to day you are facing any challenge for any topic, you post it there, and the people who are part of that club can come back and answer your question. So peer-to-peer learning is something which we are doing it here. Last, meaning and the purpose. So connect the learning initiative with the business impact and vision. I know this is one of the most difficult and probably most important, that how do we connect our interventions with the business impact? How do we calculate the ROI? Probably it is easy for doing it for the technical or the functional trainings, but it's really difficult to do it for the behavioral, soft skill trainings, or the leadership training also for that matter. The way out, and I'm sure many of us must be using it, is that we identify the behaviors that we want to develop and change over a period of time in the leaders well in advance the workshop or the program begins. During the designing phase only, we should be sure that what are the behaviors that we are planning to change, and be ready with the evaluation parameters or the assessment or the interviews with the leaders to understand that what all changes has happened in the participants after 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, based on the program you guys are designing. Our focus from this point, I'll say, for the last 1.5 years, I think NSE has grown drastically. Almost 70% we have grown in the last 2 years, from the day I have joined, I can say. And there are a lot of employees who were not very well versed or aware about the vision, values of the organization or the purpose. We don't have mission statement, we have the purpose statement. And we do not brand our values on the walls. If you'll ever get a chance to visit NSE, you will see, if your company gets listed, that there are no posters or the boards in the, the atrium or the auditorium where we say that these are the values of NSE. Because we know the employees are imbibing it, they feel it and do it day to day. But with the organization expanding with all the new joinees who have come up, it was important to reiterate the behaviors for each and every value. for the old ones or old folks, and spread the awareness about the values and the vision for the new ones. Based on that, we started giving the value badges, we started having value rewards, we started publishing the value reward stories. So when I give somebody an integrity award, let's say I want to give Miss Kanika, because I know her name only. So if I want to give her the integrity award, I'll write the whole story, why I am giving her the integrity award. What is it that she has done exceptionally well or different from the others, which others couldn't do it. Although integrity is something which has to be 100% in our organization. It cannot, we don't have a scope. But we started publicizing these stories on the portals, in our regular weekly mailers, and that's what has helped us keep employees more engaged with the organization. Idea Lab is nothing but the innovation ideas, where we invite people that you know the problem, please share the innovative solution with us. And if at all organization happen to execute that innovative idea which you are sharing, you will be rewarded. So we have quarterly reward policy where the top 3 best innovative ideas are rewarded only if they are implemented within the organization based on the problem solutions. I know my time is up, but this was my last slide. Okay, sorry. Thank you guys, that was my time, and sorry for rushing it through in the 10 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the insightful session. I would like to call upon stage Mr. Amit Barua, Director at XED, to do the honors. Can we have a big round of applause?